So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. We have a Monday on our hands today and a fantastic wine. We've got this 2019 Ramon Lopez Murillo, and this is a Rioja. And it's just really stunning on the nose. If you see this bottle hanging around for about 10 euros, then you probably want to jump on this one. It's nothing but pleasantries in the olfactory perspective. And on the palate, maybe ever so very slightly tannic. No diets considerations here, though I think it would go very well with savory spicy. Probably really well with sweet and spicy, but yeah, pretty much a fantastic wine here. We found this at the grocery store, and I liked the label. You know, the label's the first thing, right? You know, it's that first impression you get. But it seems like more often than not, the nicer the label, the better the wine. And this is just highly, highly drinkable. Yeah, 2 thumbs up on this one. So, our Merriam-Webster word of the day is catch-22, and I really like the meaning that they have out here. So the catch-22 typically refers to a difficult situation for which there is no easy or possible solution. Yeah, I think we've all been there. But if you have not read the book, Catch-22, I mean, Joseph Heller, it's a fantastic book. I've probably read it as many times as I've read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance or Catcher in the Rye. Perhaps a Portrait, Dorian Gray. These are these books that I've returned to all the time. Anything from Hemingway is always great. So, but if you have not read the book, it's fantastic. The original movie came out, I think, in the late 60s, early 70s, called Catch-22. And trying to remember the actor's name there. He just recently passed, as a matter of fact. Alan Arkin, I think maybe. Yeah, I'm just having a hard time with the name. But great performance there. But there was also a remake of it that had George Clooney playing the brigade commander, the squadron commander. I'm not sure. He played a bird colonel in it. And it's a fantastic show as well. So, but it is just centered around the idea of just the catch-22, right? So be that as it may. And on this day in history, in 1735, Robert Walpole became the British Prime Minister. He was the first British Prime Minister. And I think, wow, is that really as young as it is? Seems like it would go back further than that. Like, for some reason, maybe it was... I was just thinking maybe that was something that came along with the Norman conquerors, right? Guillaume le Conquérant. But no, 1735. So that might explain the madness of King George to an extent. Who knows? But it's a beautiful Monday here. It is cold now. It is rainy, and I think it's going to stay that way until next June or so. I feel like that's the case. But that's fine. That's the beauty of living here. Fresh air, fresh water, 4 seasons, kind of a good thing, right? So anyway, let's hop into our grid. We've got an easy day here today, I'm hoping. Not as far as the puzzle, but as far as internet connectivity, getting this up after editing and so on and so forth. Tomorrow I'm going to be in Stuttgart, but I'll be back Wednesday evening. So tomorrow I will see if we can get Crosswordland to sit in for us. Otherwise, we might just have to take a down day. But I'm hoping that's not the case. And I like it when Crosswordland fills in because, he's funny. And just a real pleasure to watch him solve anyway. So, yeah, I think that'll be kind of a cool thing. I'm just hoping he can do that for us. If not, we'll figure something else out. But we have a Dina R. Verkuil and Andrea Carla Michaels construction. Boy, I'm going to have fun trying to get that in the 100 character or less description of this puzzle. Edited, of course, by Will Shorts. Let's just hop in and see what we got for our Monday. So a school stat like 3.5 or 4.0, and I'm assuming we're just talking about a GPA here, not GPS. And yeah, kids these days, maybe we're talking about Gen Z. Bonkers, maybe zany waffles, tasty waffles. Brand of cooler that shares its name with a Himalayan legend. And we're shooting for a Yeti here. And females that may be fleeced, looking at you. So that's a good one. Not guilty as an example. So maybe a plea. And born as would be from the French nay. And you got that right, sister. And I'm liking the feminine twist here. So yeah, well done. I mean, really fantastic. Tree with American and slippery varieties. I didn't know that either. That's a new one for me. Certain evergreen. 3 letters. Fur? I don't know. One choice in southern France. I don't know. Alaskan native could be an Inuit. And yeast, mold, and mushrooms could be fungi. And I always remember that because of the old mushroom joke that, I'm not a mushroom, I'm a fungi, kind of a thing. So, like some bars in gymnastics could be uneven. The uneven bars. And let's see, one who is barely seen. Woo! Maybe we're talking about nudists here. And compete for could be to vibe. And jeer could be to jibe. So this wine choice in southern France. So maybe a red Bordeaux. Red Bordeaux. Got it. Let's see what we got here. How was I to know? Okay, I don't know how. Like speakeasies and refrigerators at times. That R is very telling there, is it not? As in maybe rated. I like that. Changes with the times. Maybe adapts. And I don't really know about you. I don't have a problem adapting. Sometimes I just don't want to. I just don't want to adapt. I want this to stay the same. Okay, so Need You Tonight rock band would be NXS. And I saw them at Reunion Arena in 1987. It was a good show. That was a really good show. Or was it 88? It might have been 88. I don't know. It was the same year I saw Pink Floyd and U2 and a few others. I liked concerts. Pamper. Maybe coddle. I was remembering that scene from PCU where the guy's really, he's really out of it. Got a hold of some really strong whatever he was doing. And he was just kind of lost, and he saw this older woman come up to him, and she's like, "Can you do something where the Pampers is?" And I remember him looking, and that's where my mind went immediately. But it's a good movie, PCU, old, but it was good. Desert plants with needles could be cacti, and promote enthusiastically. Maybe we're doing a little touting. And so tour guide, I don't know. What we got here? Cinema showing. How about a film? So maybe an area map will work for us in this particular case. And crash of thunder. Yeah, thunderclap. Very nice. So synthetic fabric once common in sweaters could be Orlan. And join into one could be to fuse, perhaps. put to work could be use, and apply as ointment. So maybe to rub in or on. We'll see what that is. Keanu Reeves' character in The Matrix would be Neo. Another fun fact, I've never seen The Matrix. Never seen it. Richard of Pretty Woman would be Gear. Yeah, no, I've never seen that. But you know, I was recently listening to a philosopher talking about, I don't know, quantum physics or something. At the very end of his talk, he said, and this is a fact, people, this is his words, he goes, it is a fact, people, I have never owned a cell phone. And I thought, good on you. Good on you. So where canines sleep could be dog, beds, very nice, and hurdles for seniors. I'm assuming we're talking about the SATs. So, to know ineffectively. Okay. Farm docs could be vets. So I'm guessing to no avail. And let's see. Dude. Okay. City related. I think that could be urban. And therefore we probably have a bro. So we're going to go with bro here. And carefree motto in modern lingo would be YOLO. And I heard about somebody who typed that out right before getting into their friend's Ferrari, and then that thing getting wrapped around a pole somewhere in California. So I try not to say it. Ask God for, maybe pray. And desert-like could be arid. So platform for Donkey Kong Country, and I think this may be a Super Nintendo. Never played any Nintendo games, but I've purchased a lot of Nintendo games as well as a lot of Nintendo players. A lot. Like I bought a lot of them, but that's what children cost. Last time I bought one, it was a Switch for like 600 euros. Unbelievable amount of money. The lion's share could be most. Bean. Oh, noodle. Noggin. I don't know. Major New York City concert venue. How about we go again with Madison Square Garden. And that would give us the G to act as impetus for a noggin. And that's always fun. Yeah, right. I'm sure. Did you really, Bob? Did you really? Castle defense, how about a moat? And surgical tube could be a stent. Spicy, how about hot, hot, hot? And what we got here? The Godfather author Puzo, Mario Puzo. And so private online chats for short, I'm assuming direct messages, because I think we got a dough here of some sort. Chunks found in Ben and Jerry's half-baked ice cream. Wow, maybe cookie dough. And low-scoring deadlock. How about a 1-1? That would be a very boring game. Ingredient in many hand lotions. I'm shooting for aloe there. I hear people are drinking that stuff these days. Is that what the cool kids are doing? We're drinking aloe vera?
Drinking what?
Aloe vera?
My mama used to drink it.
Oh, then it's not just the kids these days. This is going back in history. I just was not aware of aloe vera.
Remedy, baby.
Had no idea aloe vera was something you could drink. So, cool. Tartan patterns. How about Novacek? No, we're going to go with plaid. Your mom drinks it too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay. Where have I been?
Feeling her gut.
Where have I been? Sounded like a duck, maybe quacked. Speaking of, saw that, haven't had a chance to read them yet, but I saw a whole bunch of comments from yesterday. That's really cool. I can't wait to answer them. It always is a pleasure. Cigarette butt receptacle. I think we're probably going for an ash can. We'll check that. Refine as a skill could be to hone. And word before food or mate. How about soul? I have some soul. Winter coasters could be sleds and does some theater work. Acts. Fixed as a piano tuned. Very nice. And okay, so what a whittler whittles. Okay. Willie Whittles would? I don't know. Do the backstroke or breaststroke would maybe swim, and now I think we might have wood. So Woody the Wood Whittler. I'm building mnemonic devices for something. Cry from Homer. Maybe a doe. Doe. Okay, and then relative of a butterfly could be a moth. But the thing about a moth versus a butterfly is that a moth is very into fashion. They're more expensive especially. And then they're in it. And they're eating it. It's been my experience. Never. I've never had a moth in my closet. I don't know. Strange. Avant-garde musical artist Yoko, maybe Ono. See, I haven't seen The Matrix, and I haven't had moths eat my clothes. It just seems unfair to me that I've been missing out on so much.
You've had moths in the house. They ate my dad's sweater.
Yeah, but they've never eaten my sweater.
Well, they've been in the house. And it was only a little hole. I said, sew it up.
Good on you. Keeping me honest, people. She keeps me honest. Frequently to a poet be oft. Facts could be info.
And we should watch The Matrix together.
And we should watch The Matrix together. Have you seen it, Shotzi? No. Neither of us have seen it. We should probably see it. Yeah, we should do that. When I get back from Stuttgart, let's have that loaded up. Basketball's O'Neal to fans could be Shaq. And long-winded tales. I'm going with sagas here. Or anytime I decide to discuss my day. Identify in a Facebook photo, maybe to tag. And Cyber Monday sector could be E-tail. Opposite of tame could be wild, but I like to think of it as feral. Wild seems too descriptively fun. Oh, had a wild time, Had a feral time? No. No one wants to have a feral time, right? So, that's just my thing here. So, a Canadian PM who's the son of another Canadian PM, well, like father and son. So, we're talking about Justin Trudeau. Jacuzzi features would be jets, and to keep us in line, where to find the jazz. If that's confusing, just remember jazz wouldn't normally be capitalized. So, we got a U there. Fat fingering, be darned. How did we do, Bob? This is exactly what you would expect out of the ideal Monday grid. So very well constructed. I don't know how I could do it, but I really feel like I need to do a Monday and a Sunday puzzle. So I guess I'm going to have to work on those. Wow. Okay. But that said, it didn't really pick up anything new here today. It wasn't like a whole lot going on that was just like way out there in the ether. But I really liked the way the words came together. I can tell too that, they were like, oh, I got Mario Puzo down here, right? So I guess we better go with the Donkey Kong country up here. So you can kind of get into the mind of the constructor if you yourself are also an instructor. But at the end of the day, it's a beautiful grid, and this is absolutely the puzzle you want to recommend to all those folks out there that are just putting their toe in the end of the pool to see if it's hot or cold or lukewarm, so on and so forth. So beautiful puzzle all the way around today. To go with this beautiful one, it is really a keeper. This Murillo Rioja, it's been sitting in this bottle for 6 years. I feel like we've saved it, like we freed it, and that we did. I would appreciate it very much if you could hit the like buttons for me, because that would help the algorithm find more folks just like you. That would mean the world to me. Again, tomorrow I'm going to be in Stuttgart. There's no point in me even trying to do the puzzle when I'm there, because there's no signal, there's nothing. So I'll reach out to Crossword and see if he can do it for us. If not, I'll see you on Wednesday, but I'm hoping that we'll have a substitute for tomorrow. So with that said, and until we see you next time, right? Hopefully tomorrow. But until we see you next time, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin, be well out there. And just, always be nice to strangers and be nice to visitors. Be nice to those people who are new and who could all use a little bit of support. I think we could all use a little bit of that anyway. Until then, be well out there. Cheers.